This is the new meta. And there is a new meta when it comes to making money. If I've done my job explaining this right, you should be getting very fucking interested at this, because since there's a new meta, that likely means that you're actually playing the old one. That we've all played the old meta for most of our lives. Can you think about what the old meta, the effective tactic for making money would have been? What is the old meta for making money? Think about it. What was like widely known as like, yep, this is how we make money. This is how we like, become successful. What was it? It's not like a particular business or anything. It's a life path. And it's so ingrained in us. Like, it was the assumed meta for so fucking long that it might not even be in your brain right now. What is it? The education system. Go to school, get good grades, get a good job, be a good boy, get a promotion, buy a house, mortgage, sweet, happy. That used to be the old meta. That used to be like the best way to live your life. It genuinely did. Like, these days, it's like, we know, like, shut up, grandpa. We know, like, the fucking, education system's just stupid as fuck. We know that even most degrees are just shit anyway. Like, this is 99% of degrees is shit. We know this stuff, right? Anyone who fucking these days tells you, like, oh yeah, well, go to school. It's like, we look at it like as if it's just stupid. We know that that's wrong. But that was the old meta. And so you might think that the new meta is that of just making money online. But it's not, because that's too broad. Making money online comes down to 50 different businesses, and this is like, the shit videos that say like, oh, the top 9 side hustles that you can make that will get you $500, and it's just a shit video of someone saying like the same things as always. Number 1, affiliate marketing. Number 2, dropshipping, ebooks, agency, YouTube. Like, they're just saying shit, right? They're the new meta. You want to know exactly what it is? It's becoming a synthesizer. And if you can understand this word, you're going to go on to making a lot of money. Synthesizer. First, I'm just going to tell you a very quick story. Just a few days ago, I hopped on a call with someone. And he's a young man, and he wanted to start making money online. And he said that his purpose could be to help people. That's, like, it seems kind of broad, right? Like, I want to help people, and if I can make money doing it, then that's awesome. So I asked him, okay, well, how can you do that? And he says, well, I'm looking at like some degrees right now. I could go to university and get like a counseling degree or something, and then I could start, or like, therapy degree or some shit, and I could start becoming like a therapist for people. What do you think? He asked me this, right? I chuckled. I honestly chuckled. I'm saying this to him, right? Bro, you're going to go to university for 3-4 years, get this degree, and then find out if this life path is for you, and then find out if you enjoy helping people with their problems. No offense, bro, but that's actually kind of stupid. And he looks at me a bit weird. It's like, but he's looking kind of excited because he can tell that I've got a better idea for him. I'm like, you want to find out if helping people is your purpose? Start doing coaching calls today. There's a 5-step process to doing coaching calls. Literally just set up your fucking call calendar, which you can go find like on any like website or some shit. Set up your call calendar, send the link to people, and then just send some people to that link. I said, you can charge that today at $29, $39, $49 an hour. Go make a bunch of YouTube videos about the specific problem that you're going to help people with. So for him, we said, okay, well, about quitting video games. And it's like, okay, go make a bunch of videos like how to quit video games in 14 days, how I quit playing video games, how I quit playing League of Legends. Go make a bunch of videos, and inside every video, just say, oh yeah, like click on that top link in the description, and I'll personally help you with quitting video games. We can do it together, and charge $49 an hour. And guess what? You can set that up today, and you will make 3 times as much as those people with a counseling or a therapy degree. Today. There's people going to university, studying for years, getting into debt, and they will make less money than you today. This is the new meta. Utilizing social media, the internet, and certain business models so you can shortcut the process and you can genuinely start making money fast. Again, this isn't some clickbait video. I've got nothing to sell you, so relax. This is the new meta. And if you're not playing this meta, you will get fucking destroyed. If you're not playing this meta, you'll be the equivalent to the guy like tapping out as you're getting like wrestled by the guy who's playing the meta. to go to school for 4 years just to find out if you like, you know, just to hop on a call with someone and help them with their problems. You can do that today. This is what blows my mind, because not only can you do it today, you can make a lot more money doing it. And you might think, oh, but you know, like, shouldn't I be qualified to do this? You know, shouldn't I get the therapy degree or something first, the counseling degree? Guess what, bro? Most people don't give a fuck about your official qualifications. You know, I mentioned that course that I made that made 10K a month, right? I've made more in 1 year than most personal trainers, qualified personal trainers who have studied and got the qualification, and some of them have a sports science degree, or other of them have like personal training certificates. I made more as a guy with no qualification in 1 year than most personal trainers make in 5. I didn't ever get the personal training degree. You know what's very interesting? I'm just going to very quickly just make a point here that qualifications and degrees actually make you broke. You know why? Because before you become a personal trainer, you can hop on and be a fitness coach online, a health coach, and you can literally charge hundreds of dollars an hour for your time. You can literally charge hundreds of dollars an hour. Just calling yourself a coach, like being a coach doesn't need any qualifications. It's just like if someone likes you and thinks that you're valuable, they'll pay you for it, right? And of course you have to like demonstrate that you know what you're talking about, right? You can genuinely start like a health coaching business, a fitness coaching business, and make $100, $200, $300 an hour. And the moment that same person who's making so much money thinks, oh, but you know, a qualification would be really nice. The moment that he gets the same personal training qualification as everyone else, how much he can make just goes back down to $30 an hour. Because now he's the same as everyone else who's got the qualification. The same with the therapy degree. You could have, let's say, a big YouTube channel where you talk about specific mental problems and you've got good experience of this. You've really helped yourself with it. You've helped a couple of people, so you know you're good at this, and you know that you're good on like calls and stuff, and you charge $100 an hour for it. Or let's say even $300 an hour. You target like high-level CEOs, you target high-level YouTubers, and you say to them like, I'm going to help you be more productive because there's some deep psychological shit that we can uncover that will help you become more like high performance, right? And you're making $300 an hour just being a mental health coach. And the moment that you get your therapist degree or your counseling degree, you then have to price yourself roughly at the same as every fucking other counselor or therapist, which is like $50 or $100 an hour. Degrees and qualifications and certifications literally make you broke these days. That is the old meta. And the thing is, for most young people, the kind of people that we want to work with, they're not going to ask you like, oh, so what year did you graduate in? Can you show me proof of your degree? Are they? Fuck, bro. No one has ever fucking asked me for my degree. I've got a degree, right? No one's ever asked me for that. No one's ever asked me before we hop on a call to, you know, I'm going to teach them about mental health. No one's ever messaged me like, oh, but, you know, bro, I would buy this, but only if you had a mental health. Shut the fuck up, bro. If so, like, no one's ever even messaged me that. Because if someone wants an official therapist with 20 years experience, they'll go there. The beauty of this new meta is that people will come, not because you have this certain qualification in your fucking CV. They'll come because of you. You become the qualification yourself. You become like the professional yourself. So that word that I mentioned to you, synthesizer, the new meta is to become a synthesizer. There's a process of being a synthesizer, right? So a synthesizer is kind of like someone who takes, let's make it like this. You right now are watching a bunch of videos. You're watching podcasts, YouTube channels, you're reading books, you're consuming Twitter and stuff, right? You would be a synthesizer if you took that knowledge that you were getting from all these different sources and packaged it together to help someone with a specific problem. It's exactly what you're seeing in this video. For example, what you're seeing in this video, the knowledge which I'm giving you in this video, has taken me years to get myself, right? I made the business myself. I tried multiple different business models. I've watched maybe 1,000 hours of content, of learning, of reading business books and everything, right? And I'm putting that into like a 2-hour video for you. I have synthesized probably about more than 1,000 hours of learning and implementing into a 2-hour video for you. This is me synthesizing. The process of being a synthesizer is that you consume content, you learn, you use it in your life, and then you just teach it in a faster way. So let me give you some examples. Have you seen Andrew Huberman's podcast, Huberman Lab? He is a great synthesizer. Because before Andrew Huberman came out, you know, some nerds online would say like, oh, but can you cite the study? You know, like they talk about research and stuff, but usually not that much, right? If you've ever looked at those websites, you know, when someone does cite the research and you ever click on the link, you realize it's like, you can't even fucking read it, can you? It's like, it's literally just in like nerd speak. They're just like, it's barely like readable. You can only see the abstract without paying for it anyway. So it's like, people used to say like, oh, can you cite the study and stuff? But none of us, like normal people, understood like that scientific research that someone would mention, right? Andrew Huberman came along. He understood that research. He would read the papers with his team, and then he would make a podcast where us like non-sciencey folk could understand it. He synthesized these articles that usually were just like, you know, they were like, these scientists would literally spend a lot of time making these studies and this research, and they would upload it to like these articles, these journals, and no normal people would even read it. So Huberman came along with his team. They'd distill, like, you know, they'd read over all of the data, they'd structure it in a really nice podcast, and they synthesize it for us so that we can use that big thing. And now he makes more than $1 million a year, easily more than $1 million a year. His competitors, who also are professors at, you know, Harvard University or something, they all make like 200K. Huberman's becoming 5 to 10 times more successful than the guys that he works with in his universities because he became a synthesizer online. That's powerful. To understand more about this process of synthesizing, I want to send you to Andrew Kirby's like little community. So remember I just said he's the one I went on a call with and he helped me out and everything. He's not like asking me to do this or anything, but he has like this free community where he really talks about like being a synthesizer. I saw it like a little while ago, so I thought, yeah, I'll link it for this video. So you can just go click, it'll be a link in the description, and you can tell him like I sent you there or something as well, and I'm giving him like some value back for what he gave me. And he explains in his community exactly what like synthesizing is in the process. He writes really like cleanly, like better than I would explain this concept to you. But hopefully you understand the basics of this, right? Being a synthesizer is literally just, we take a bunch of data, we take a bunch of, you know, information that we've seen in podcasts and YouTube videos, you know, the stuff we've been consuming, the YouTubers that you're subscribed to. And then we learn it, we implement it, we take action. And then we just go back online and we just teach it in our own words to make it more applicable to the human race. The reason why this is so powerful is because it's incredibly fast to make money. In 3 years of my business, I cracked 100K a month. It still blows my mind. I'm not talking about a yearly salary. I'm talking about in March 2023, and we haven't even finished this month. It's still Friday the 31st. I made 100K. It would take a doctor, 5-6 years of education and then multiple years to build up to literally get onto a salary, an annual yearly salary of 100K. I make that in a month, and I'm just a guy in a bathrobe. This is the new meta. And if you're not taking part in this, you are going to be left behind. And a beautiful thing about being a synthesizer, you know, like what we're talking about here, which I'll explain more soon, a beautiful extra benefit is that it is actually extremely purposeful. In the old days, it used to be that you would need to go to school, get a job, and, you know, try and level up in that career, whilst knowing that there was something else you may have been interested in, whilst knowing that you had like a masculine purpose elsewhere. These days, like the way that I'm living my life, I'm following my purpose. I'm following my passion and my interests. And I'm just making a fuck ton of money whilst doing that. Think about how incredible that is to say. I get to follow, like being a synthesizer, which you can do, and I'll walk you through the entire process. As a synthesizer, you literally get to follow your real interest. You get to fulfill your purpose, and you make more money than those people at the top of like the education system, like the doctors and the software developers and all that shit. Adonis SKOOL. Adonis SKOOL really is the place for you. I've never spoke so proudly of something that I've sold before this. It is like this private online community, and guys who have bought it say that it's awesome, and they've literally been in it for over like a month now, and they're in there every single day talking. And it's like the sole purpose we have with me and my entire team is literally just help like this young entrepreneur like to start making money, but also to become so effective that he's actually good at working. We have a purpose coach, sleep coach, an affiliate marketing teacher. I do my own live lessons where I teach how to grow on YouTube, which when you think about it, how valuable is that? You could learn from a guy with 2 million subscribers. Suddenly, like, you're more productive, you're more focused, you're healthy, your brain's better, you're making better decisions. There's people who've already gained hundreds of subscribers on new YouTube channels. So it's really powerful. People end up like talking to each other just because you've connected them. Link in the description.